What would you say is the hardest thing that you've ever been through?
The hardest thing I've ever been through, having meningitis. I remember coming out and doctors telling me like what the long-term effects would be. And I was 17 and I didn't want to hear any of it. I didn't want to hear them telling me that you've got to be careful, they were telling me like, drop out of college, take a few years to recover. And I'm starting to think like, I'm recovering, I'm nearly there. Don't be telling me that I've got to stop my life right now, because like I had so many plans and ideas about moving on to the next level. And it's that time of life, you know, which is, you want to have fun. And it was this disruption that it kind of changed everything. And that's something that like, I don't think other people could see it. That you're out of hospital now, you're fine. And the mad thing is that I had that attitude as well. And it took me a while to realize that was a really unhealthy way of thinking. And so all these problems kind of like they reared their head later. And so it wasn't the actual disease, and it wasn't the actual, like the few months or the year after the disease where I was most like physically drained. But it was the years after it, like the mental health, sort of like the universe just suddenly came along and tried to kill you. And you had no control. You wake up like 3 or 4 days later in a hospital bed, someone telling you that you had a deadly disease. And it makes you feel so out of control. And you don't realize how that affects you until years later, that you have this big hang up about control and I suppose like a really weird fear complex that you can just be knocked down at any second and by some invisible force. That messed with my head for a long time. And it's like I say, I'm 32, I'm at university now. I had a crack at it when I was 20 and I just couldn't do it, you know, like. So it almost feels like it's taken at least 10 years, like well over a decade, to really truly recover and like, accept that I'm not like some permanently flawed or broken thing now. I can still be human and live, you know? And it's still there, but like, you just accept it, right? It takes a long time to accept I don't know what it is, your brokenness or your flaws or whatever kind of poison is in you, like trying to turn it into your strength. So that's probably the hardest thing I've ever been through.
You've got one piece of advice I'm thinking you would say to people watching.
My biggest lesson is that I know I have strength in me and I know I have courage in me. I know I have what it takes to get where I want to be, you know, and to get where I want to go. I've been trying to start this year with that in mind, you know, sort of waking up every day and deciding to just do something. Say yes to life, you know, like in Train Spotting, right? Just say yes. Just coming to the understanding like, what am I fucking around for? Like all I need to do is just get up and start doing things. So you don't need to overthink it. You don't need to wait for something to come to you. You don't need to make some complicated plan about how do I do this and right, or what is right, what is wrong. You just get up and do. So that's it. It's just that understanding of you just make the decision to do something, right? And if it works, it works. If it's good, you know.